some mixture of mainly Pilates, but a little bit of yoga that just helps with your back, like strengthening your back, relieving a bit of aches and pains in the back, and just making it, make it a little bit more mobile and strong. So come and join me on the floor. Everything's on the floor. You just need yourself again. So just going to start lying down this way. We're just going to start with a couple of just little stretches and a little bit of movement, actually, a little bit of movement of the legs. So we're just going to push the leg here along the floor and then just bring the knee back up to the chest and then push it back down to the floor and just slide it along the floor and bring back up nice and slow. Probably going a bit fast, don't I? Doesn't matter. And down and lifting up. Just a bit of mobility to start off with. Tap it down, slide it along the floor, up and tap back down. So as we're in this position, I should have explained, but you'll be fine. Just add a little tiny bit of arch in your lower spine. It shouldn't be flattened down to the ground. It should just be a natural arch in the spine. Just relax your head and your shoulders down to the floor. Okay, so we're going to do that on the other side. We're just going to slide the other leg on. It's just a bit of a warm up. Okay, now bring the knee up, in, and then we're going to tap it down. Sliding down. I'm getting a bit stuck on this mat today. And bring it in and tap it down. Just keeping that natural curve in the lower spine as we're doing this. Up and then tap it down. We'll do a couple. Sliding down, bring it up, and then tap it down. Okay, just bring both knees in towards your chest. So just a bit of a mixture of stuff today. Ones I like to do, and once again, ones I like to do when my back's a little bit sore. So join me with these, just a little rock from side to side. Okay. One thing I find when my back's a bit sore, I find if I stretch out my hamstrings, that usually helps a little bit. So we're just going to do that. We're going to go through my routine. Tuck the leg in, one leg's bent, other leg's in towards the chest. Both are bent at the moment, but now one's straight, one's bent. Hamstring stretch, lifting that up. I always find it definitely helps to stretch out the hamstrings. I tend to get quite tight in my lower spine sometimes, and lower back. And then I'm just going to point. We're not going to stay here for too long. And flex. And point. And flex. Keeping this other leg bent here actually just helps support the spine. And back. Point. And flex. Okay, tuck that one in. Okay, just a little roll of the ankle just because we can. And we should. And we're going to go the other side. Okay, so both legs are bent here. One leg comes into the chest, and then we're going to straighten that leg up. Try not to hyper-extend. Don't lock the knee. Okay, just leg straight, and just relax down into it, and then point, and then flex, and point. If that's too hard, we just, yeah, point and flex, point and flex. Okay, so bringing that down, big stretch out in between, pointing the toes, stretching the fingers. A little bit of a twist here, a nice gentle one. Okay, so just be very careful. shoulder width apart on the mat. Actually, I'm just going to bring them in a little bit closer, and then we're just going to, I like to have my hands out to the side, but you have them wherever you like. I might just put them here today. And just going to roll those knees over to one side, just a very gentle stretch. The lower spine. And I'm just keeping my eye gaze up. If you feel more comfy with it, you could just have your head going the same way as the knees. That provides a little bit less of a twist, but it's still really good. Just be gentle here. We're not going to stay on them for too long, we're just going to do little ones. Okay, so we're going to go back to center, and my head's going to come back to center, and then I'm going to roll them across the other side, just a little twist, be careful. And then the head can go with that, with those knees if you want, or if you want, you can just, if you're comfy with it, you can just have your head straight up towards the ceiling. Try to keep your shoulders down. You can have the hands out the side if you like as well, just having them here. Just a little bit limited by the camera angle today. And back up to center. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, but this time we're going to have the feet wider on the mat, or if you're just on the floor, just have your legs a little bit wider, so my feet are just sort of outside my hips now. And I'm just going to tip them over to one side. Just might feel a bit of a stretch into the hip here, which is really nice. And if you want, once again, head can go the same way as the legs, or you can just have it straight up. Okay, and back up to center, nice and slow. And then going over to the other side, just nice and easy, just as far as you feel is comfy for you. It's a little bit of a stretch, mainly in here, but you're getting a little bit of a twist in the lower spine, so you just have to be a bit careful with this. Let the head go with the legs if you like. Center. Okay, excellent. So we're just going to do, just going to adjust all my clothes here. Okay, I'm going to just roll over and do a couple of Pilates backwards. Okay, so come over here, and we just, first of all, we'll just start off with a little cobra stretch. So I'm mixing yoga Pilates. Okay, so from here, hands to the floor. I like to spread my fingers here. My elbows have just a little bit lower than my shoulders, and just relaxing the hips down to the floor. A little bit, I try to think of ice cube under my belly button. Okay, so I just sort of tucking it in a little bit. Okay, so tensing it just a wee bit, and then I'm going to inhale and I'm going to lift up, pushing through the hands, and just doing a little cobra stretch. So I'm pushing into the elbows and the hands here. Try to keep the spine fairly straight. I mean, to keep it, so you don't want to be here and you don't want to be there, okay? So you can sort of keep it in alignment, and then we just roll back down. So just doing nice and slowly. Okay, ice cube under the belly button. Inhale, lifting up. I forgot to say exhale, but you know, just exhale or inhale whenever you like, it's fine. I just used to doing it that way. Just normal breathing. And back down to the floor. Nice and slowly. One more. Nose is grazing the mat, ice cube belly button. So suck it in just that tiny bit. Inhale, lifting up, pushing up. Little stretch in the lower spine. Holding it here. And then bringing it back down. We won't stay on those ones for too long. We'll just go to the next exercise. So just bring your hands here above your head and keep your head down, okay? And you're going to just do just a little swimmer. So you're going to really point your toes, really engage the glutes, the thighs. Here, eyes cube under the belly button, nose is just grazing the mat, okay? And then we're just going to go lift the legs up, and we do little tiny, as if we're doing flutter kicks in the swimming pool, like this, okay? Arms can be to the front if you like. I'm just going to keep them here today. Just grazing, see, just grazing the mat. Little tiny movements. This is really good for the glutes, but it's also really good to strengthen the lower back. So we just stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now relax those legs down. From here, we're going to just do a little bit of something different. We're just going to hands down at the side. And you stay here. Eyes cube under the belly button, nose grazing the mat, lifting the shoulders up, so squeezing the shoulder blades together, inhale, and then just a little lift. So keeping these legs relaxed, pushing the fingers down towards the feet. Okay, we're doing a little bit of yoga here. This is called our upper locust. We just stay here for a little while. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down to the floor. Okay, excellent. One more. Okay, head down. Ice cube. Nose grazing the mat. Inhale. Shoulders lift and squeeze them together here. Okay, inhale, lifting. Okay, just breathe as you like. Fingers pushing down. Keep the feet on the floor. Upper locust. Stay. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down. Excellent work. Hands to the front and swimmer. Okay, so here we go. Legs are up. And now we do little tiny movements, okay? Tiny movements from the hip. Go as fast as you like. Just do little small ones. Now they're not big, blah, 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 like that, because that could hurt our back. We just do little tiny ones. And really pushing, engaging the glutes, engaging the thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Okay, upper locust, hands to the side. Relax the feet to the floor. Shoulders lift, inhale, and lift the body up. Hold it here, upper locust. Not for too long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down. A little rest for a second. Let the shoulders flop down to the floor. Okay, let the head fall down to the floor too. Okay, here we go. Nose grazing, ice cube, shoulder blades lift in and push. Okay, upper locust, really strengthening that back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Coming down. Okay, so we're going to do a counter stretch. Okay, because we lifted that way, so now we're going to stretch the other way. So pushing it up, bring the knees in, and just sit back on your heels, and we do like a child's pose. And we're stretching the back the other way now. So just stay here. If that's comfy for you there, stay. If you want to make it harder or come down lower, that's fine. I like to be here. I like to do this and just rest my head. Move a little bit side to side if you're comfy with that. So we're just stretching the back the other way. Hopefully you like it here. We're going to be here a little while, okay? Not for too long, but just a little while, okay? So from here, we're going to stretch the back a bit more. So I'm going to have my hands out the front. I'm going to walk one hand across in front of the other hand and like push, lean down towards the floor. And I should feel the stretch down this side here. So I'm doing a lat stretch. Just hold it there. give you an option. If you don't like to be like here, stay there if you can, okay? If you don't like being there, you can be just here, or you can even be sitting. Be sitting and just stretching out that way. Okay, so stretch. You got it? Okay, because I know some people don't like being on the knees for too long. Okay, so if you've been down here, just come back up now, just roll back up. Okay, give yourself a little bit of a break. Check it out a little bit. Alright, give your legs, glutes, thighs a little bit of a break. Okay, coming back down into child's pose. Hands are out the front, walk them across and stay here. Okay, sink down and relax. Really should be stretching up the side. Now remember, if you don't like that one, you do the sitting one. I'll just do a little bit more instruction on the sitting one. So if you're sitting, you just be sitting here. Arm comes out, push it out and across the body. I like to grab with the other hand and pull it a little bit. Okay? So you can be there all cross-legged, whatever works for you. So coming back to the child's pose one. Okay, so I'm back here. So some of you are here and coming back and rolling back up. Okay, what's another good one for the back? Cat-cow. Okay, really good for mobility of the back, but we'll do the cat-cow move in a Pilates way. Okay, so coming forward here. Just hips, knees under there, hands spread them, and the hands should be under the shoulders. Okay, so from here, you're just going to arch your spine up. We'll start with arching the spine, but starting with the lower spine. Okay, arching, so just moving one at a time, sucking in the belly. Don't go straight up into it. See if you can just arch it so that the last thing to come down is your head. Okay, now we're going to do it the other way around into cow. We start with the lower spine, so one at a time, moving the spine one at a time. Just to get the movement into the spine, going through the center of the spine now with me, and then last thing to come up is my head. Okay, so we're arching into the cow, and then we're going to start it now at the lower spine again. One at a time, one at a time. Arching, 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 arching until the head's the last thing to come down. And just, don't try to worry too much about your breathing at this stage. Okay, just normal breaths. Just staying here for a minute to arch, and then I'm going to start in the lower spine to go to the cow. Coming one at a time, really try to focus what they call articulating the spine one at a time. It's the last thing to come up. We won't do this too many times, just a few. And then we're just going to sit back on the heels. How was that? That's a nice one. So just a few little ones to help with strengthening the back. And just a few nice stretches there. Just do a couple of the side stretches as well. Just see how you go. I'm going to face the front, I'm going to face you guys. Okay. So just have one leg out to the side. Fairly straight. You can have it bent as well if you like. We're just doing a side stretch, but just be a bit careful, be a bit gentle with yourself with this as well. You can have this leg bent. Okay, we're just going to reach up and over. Now if that's a bit too much, you don't have to use the hand. You can always just go a little bit of a stretch like that, almost like, the kids' song Teapot. And if you want, straighten the leg. Okay. Other version is just up and over, keeping chest open, stretching up the side here. But just be a bit careful. You can always have that bent, remember? And you can always just be here. And we come back to the center. So we're getting a bit of an inner thigh stretch at the same time. And we'll go to the other side. No, we'll do one more this side, I think. A little bit of, so just really make sure you're flexing that. Put my legs coming off the mat. Okay, flexing the foot, lifting up, and then coming over. Try to keep the chest open. Try not to let this arm come right down. If you can just keep it up, a little bit of C curve. That's good. Grab hold of the foot if you like. Okay. I'm going to do another Pilates one here after this because I don't think I've even done this in one video yet. I was doing it the other day and I thought, hang on, I haven't done this. So from this position, we're just going to go onto that knee, put the hand down and straighten that leg and reach over. Okay. We call this a mermaid stretch. I don't know. Not quite sure. Anyway, can't remember, but we'll call it that. Let's call it that. Over. Nice stretch here. Good. Coming from here, put the hand down on the floor. And let's just do our calves. Stretching out the calves. Why not? I don't know. I like stretching out the calves. So tucking the toe in, pushing the heel away. And then we're going to go the other leg. Just going to do that here. Really pushing that heel away. And then come back. We're going to sit down again and the other leg's out. Okay. Show me your left leg out to the side. I'm going to try to keep it on the mat this time. It doesn't matter if it comes forward. It's fine. Alright. So up nice and tall. Flexing that foot. Reaching up and over. Go as far as you feel comfy. Don't let this fall. See if you can keep it up. Just the side. Flex the foot. Getting a nice stretch in here, but also a really lovely stretch down the side. And back to the center. Remember, bend it if you need. I'm going to put it on the mat. It's wandering everywhere today. Okay, lifting up and over. Elbow up. Nice stretch. Good. Okay, coming back to the center. Where were we? We were doing the mermaid. Okay, so remember, straighten that leg. This one you're going to lift up, tuck it down. So move it in a little bit. So, and then point that toe, hand down, lots of weight on that hand too, and reaching up and over. So as I'm doing this, I'm actually pushing my hip up towards the ceiling as well. And that's such a lovely stretch. But we won't stay here for too long. Okay, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Putting the hand down to the floor, calf stretch. Why? Because I like them. And it's just a good sequence actually. To go from there to there to calf stretch. Just seems to sort of work. Okay, other one. Guess it hasn't got a huge amount to do with your back, but this position, just keep in this position is good. Keeping the spine nice and long. Just come back to child's pose a little bit, just stay there, side to side, stretching out the back. Okay, we're good for one more, I think. Nice stretches. Okay, so we're stretching the back here, and we're just going to do a little counter stretch, okay, but just be nice and careful here. We'll just go sideways, just adjust close, because that's what we do. Hands here, I like to get my thumbs forward and stretch my fingers here. So we're not like this, I like to go there. Okay, shoulders forward, shoulders back. Squeezing the glutes, and we're going to push the hips forward just a little bit. So we're doing a counter stretch, back bending to, it was going forward, now we're bending back. And I'm just looking up just a tiny bit, but just be really careful here. Just make sure your knees are under your hips. Okay. From here, just come forward, a little stretch forward. So upper back stretch now. Sucking in the belly, stretching forward. Sort of leaning back a wee bit here. Okay. And then we're going to do that one again, okay? That we just did. It's like a precursor, one before you would do a camel stretch. So here we go, hands here. Pushing the hips forward, sucking in the belly. These are engaged. These are engaged. And we're just doing a little lean back, but just be careful. Only go as far as you feel comfortable for you. If you're feeling comfy with it, you can look up a little bit. Just increase the stretch, pushing the shoulders back. Also doing the chest stretch. Lots of stretches here. Okay. And there we are. And we shake it all out. And you've done very well. So that was just a bit of a collection of some back, a little bit of back exercises as well as some nice stretches for your back and some other fun stuff thrown in. So thanks for joining me, and I will